staff. In this video, I want to show you how you can run the Legacy Cup app on your Mac. It shouldn't be too hard, just follow along with me. So first thing you need to do is download Xcode. This is something that you can find by opening up the App Store on your Mac. You want to go find Xcode. This is it right here. It should be the first thing that pops up. It's a developer tool made by Apple. It basically allows you to build apps. I already have it, so what you'll need to do is click here. It'll say Get. It's free. Grab Xcode, have it downloaded, and then we will proceed to the next step. So what you next want to do is in the link of this in the description of this video, there is a link to my GitHub profile, and on here it will take you to this page. GitHub will allow you to download the app file, and so what you will need to do is click Download Zip. This will download. So now you just have to open this up on your computer. It should expand. It'll do this stuff. And then, so you now have the file that you just downloaded from the internet that contains the app. What you want to do is you click on the Xcode project. So it'll say MiCos.xcodeproj. And Xcode should recognize this and be able to open it because you've downloaded it, right? So it's just here. It should automatically unzip itself. If not, unzip the file. Find MiCos. It's called MiCos because that was the original name. It is the Legacy Cup app. Then open it up here by double-clicking. Xcode should bounce around, and then open. It'll tell you it's from the internet. You say yes because it's me. And now it'll start loading. So while this is loading up, what you want to do is Xcode might ask you to do some stuff. You might have to sign in with your Apple ID. That should be no problem. You do not have to pay the developer fee if it asks you about that, because it is free as long as you run the apps on your computer or on your phone, as long as you don't push them to the App Store. It is completely free, and don't worry, you won't accidentally push an app to the App Store. So what you want to make sure you do now is this button is telling you what you're running. You don't want to be running charts, any of this. You want to be running MiCos, right? Make sure that is selected there. And then you want to, right now I have my iPad plugged in, so it's telling me this, but you would actually, if you don't have any Apple devices, then you would click on one of these simulators. Most of them are, honestly, just use like the iPhone 6s. The pluses will probably be a little too big, but you can experiment around. They will all run. 6s fits nicely on the screen. And then what you want to do is press this little play button right here. And then what that will do is start loading the app, and it will pop up a simulator window and allow it to run. And now at this point you may have had problems, and so what I want to encourage you to do is, likely it is an issue with the identity of the app, and so what it will likely pull an error, or the most common error that you're going to get is somewhere around here. It's going to say, oh, there's a problem running this. In which case it'll be like a problem with your identifier, and there should be a button that says Fix Issue right about here, and you get here by clicking MiCos in this project screen, and then General, and then again MiCos. So if there's an issue here, it usually will have a button that says Fix Issue, but you shouldn't have any issue at all. So it looks like this has popped up, and for me it is already running. Here, let me actually run it on the 6 so I can show you what it's like to log in. So I'm going to run it again. Like I said, all I did was press this play button, and I chose the device I want here, and MiCos here. If you have problems, feel free to email me. And okay, so what it's going to do, this one I haven't run it on yet, so it's going to pretend it's a new phone and download it, and there's Legacy Cup. It's opening on it by itself. This you can interact just like it was an iPhone. So it's going to open it here. Still loading. Something you might want to know. it's going to make it a lot easier if you, after, while having this simulator selected, right? Make sure you not have Xcode. See this at the top, Xcode? You want the simulator. It looks like this. And if you click hardware, and then you should really make sure that you have keyboard set to connect hardware keyboard. Otherwise, you're going to have to click type all these things. But if you have it connect hardware keyboard, then you will be able to type using the keyboard on your computer, which is very nice. Okay, so you just go up, press hardware, keyboard, hardware keyboard. Now, what you can do is use it just like the app. But since you probably haven't logged in yet, you're actually going to have to reset your password. So press the Forgot Password button and enter the email address that I sent the original download link to. This could be both your Minerva project email, or your, if you have one, or your Minerva.kgi.edu. Chances are, if you have a Minerva project email, it's that one. And if you don't, it's your Minerva.kgi.edu. Okay? Try both of them. And if neither, follow this process with both of them, and then if neither of them work, email me. Try your Minerva project first if you have one. So for me, it's my Minerva. Right. Great. So it's telling me my password is reset, and then what I can do is check my email, and then I just click this link in my email, and it's going to open it. And look, I just type in my new password. So I want my new password to be, oh good, it's not showing it for you. I want it to be this. So then I just click this. No, I don't want you to say this password. Okay, so now your username is your Minerva email. And my password, well, now you see it. Okay. Don't remember that. Login. Great. So this is my screen, and it's telling me to give a gratitude. So, okay, I'll play with this then. So let's see. So okay, this is a good chance. This is what a student sees. This is what a student has to do each time they log into the app. So I'm gonna actually see which I can search up here for a student. I'm gonna search for Shajra, and I'm gonna really thank him for setting up the group for LGBTQI plus. There's a lot of them. I plus. Thanks so much for setting up the group for the. It was a Facebook group. And then I'm going to press done. And then that will actually send a thank you note to Shajra, which is great. And so as you can see, you already have some arcs coming up on here. This is what a student would see, and these are all the arcs that have been awarded. A lot from Professor Doyle, so that's thank you so much for her. Encourage everyone else to be putting them in as well. If you are in the main screen and you have nothing selected, it will work normally. But if you select something, you actually get to see the awards specific to that legacy, right? So this is Laurel, and I'm seeing just the ones in Laurel. If I click the sword, that is a Legion. I'm seeing just the ones inside Legion. As well as you get to see in orange their total points, their total weighted points, right? After you divide by the number of members, and how many arcs they have in total. So arcs divided by members equals, total points, weighted arcs, whatever, and the place that they're in. Okay, so other important thing is, as faculty, you'll have the ability to press this button in the upper right-hand corner. This is where you give students arcs. To use this button, what you need to do is click it, and then a screen like the one you saw earlier with the gratitudes will pop up. And then in there, you can choose students to give this to, so who you want to award it to. You can choose as many students as you want for one award or just one. Then you write a description with at least 20 characters. It won't let you send it unless you have more than 20 characters. That's not always clear. And then two more things. Then you choose how many arcs you want to give. Some faculty members have the ability to give more arcs than others. This is because just like the rank in the Minerva staff and faculty, for example, Dean Coslin and Ben have the ability to give the most amount of arcs, followed by all the academic deans, followed by the teachers and student experience, and so on and so on. So you'll have a little slider inside your app that will allow you to choose how many arcs you want to give each student for this thing that they did. Be liberal, be liberal. And then finally, at the bottom, you should have a of the screen when you are giving them arcs. You should have 3 buttons that say either notify. You're choosing who to notify. You can either notify only the student, their legacy, or everyone. At this point, I'd really like you to choose everyone so we can get people looking at the app and engaging with it and seeing the activities going on. But if it's something you feel is fairly private, then feel free to send it only to the legacy or only to the student. Keep in mind though, anything you award can be seen by everyone if they go looking for it. This bottom tab only controls who gets the push notification. And with that, I think that's it. Please email me if you have any questions, and I hope you guys are doing great. Thanks. Bye. To the instructional video of how to install Legacy Cup on your Mac. So I noticed there's some errors, and I think I have a solution here. What I've done is I've updated the file on GitHub. So if you now go to it, and if you had problems, click the link in the description below, and make sure you go to GitHub and re-download the file and delete the old one. I've updated some dependencies, meaning I've added files that weren't originally in there that the program needed to run. So that should be fixed. The second problem is actually here in Xcode. Some people were running into is an issue with the bundle identifier right here, which you can find by going to MiCos right here, this tab. So you would click this file, then go to MiCos right here, and then bundle identifier should be here. Usually, if you had a problem, there would be a fix issue button, which should have logged you in. But now you have your login, but my name here. So what you should do is just take this bundle identifier and change it to com dot and then your name, or really anything you want, dot MiCos. Okay? And then if you make sure that MiCos is selected here, and that your iPhone that you want to run it on selected here, and you press run, it should work fine. All right.